Hey everybody, and welcome back to another cast of The Lord of the Rings, The Rise of the Witch King. This game is going to be on Stonewain Valley. That is a 2v2 map. Pretty straightforward. I'll take a look over the map once we get into the game. In other news, I just cast an entire game and spent 20 minutes casting a game, and it turned out that my partner quit in the end, or in the middle of the game. So that game was kind of boring after that point, so I guess I won't be uploading that one. However, hopefully this one turns out a little bit better. We do have myself spawning here on Stonewain Valley in the center left hand side, and in the back left hand side we do have my ally Noel Noelcorrea. Noel, what? I don't even know what that. What is he trying to say there? Is he like French or something? I don't even know. Regardless, on the right hand side, we have GBLN as the goblins, and our remaining opponent, Angmar, who is playing the race of Angmar. So we have Angmar and goblins versus Mordor and men. That's not an alliance you see every day. And this game is going to be getting underway here. It looks like I am going for the Orc Pit. My partner, we'll just call him Men from now on because I can't pronounce his name. I just get confused looking at it, like I don't even know what to say. Regardless, he is going to be going for a barracks to start off with. So we will have archers and troops, as well as just throwing down some additional infrastructure here, trying to get our mines up. The dwarves going for an early group of units here themselves. Now this map, there is troll cages at the bottom of each of your ramps here on the sides, and then in the center you have outposts protected by a fire drake, and that's the same on the top as well. And then in the center of the very center of the map we do have a watchtower, or a signal fire rather, that does grant a bonus to your power recharge time, which can be very beneficial if you have if you have good powers especially, but really any powers are extremely useful in this game. And that tower can really increase the rate at which you can throw those powers down, giving you the edge in battle. So always important to try and maintain that if possible. And I am going to be moving out here with some archers. Our opponents, the goblins, have gotten out several units themselves, and Angmar has gone for some early spearmen here. Maybe for fear of men going for early horses. But it looks like I will be able to sort of capture this tower here just before his troops arrive. And then I am going to be pulling out here. Don't want to engage these spearmen head on without additional support in the front. Meanwhile, my partner, the men, have taken out the troll lair to the south, grabbed the extra income from that you get for destroying that lair. And I am the Fist of Angmar. What else is he going for here? Building additional spearmen. Is he saving up for anything? Looks like right now we are just going to be building a bunch of mines, trying to get our resources going. And I am going to be going for that troll here. Do get the kill on him. Probably will be going for this troll lair. Useful for heroes in the early game to get out some early levels. At the same time, also useful to grab early to get that extra resources, which can really be a nice boost in the early game, which can help you get out a hero. Meanwhile, my ally throwing down a healing pool here in the center. And now we are going to be having a battle here in the center. Throws down the bonus there, the war chant, and as well as the whirlwind to pull my archers in. And only about 1.5 units are going to make it out of that engagement. So our enemies here taking an early lead, grabbing the watchtower, clearing. They have not cleared the troll pits yet, but sort of getting out the additional units here. Already teching up to sorcerers for Angmar, so getting out the early units here to We're getting out the more advanced units here, rather. A little bit more expensive, but a little more advanced to sort of hopefully give them the edge in battle against this many troops, which sorcerers can be very effective against. And it looks like we have decided to make our attack out here to sort of reclaim the center. Boromir is out, so that is what he was saving up for. And as soon as Boromir hits level 2, he's going to want to hit that horn. Rather, if Boromir can get to level 2. But the problem here, Angmar throws down the freeze, or the curse, to sort of weaken the troops, freeze those troops. And Boromir is actually going to retreat here because of how much damage the troops of Angmar and the goblins are doing here. And my archers in the back dealing pretty good damage, but that was a lot of healing that those sorcerers just did. And there comes the race out, and that's going to destroy all of my frontal support. And now all of these archers are going to be in trouble. Gothmog comes out, but Gothmog and these archers, Gothmog and Boromir can't take all of this damage, can they? Actually, these archers on the top here are doing very well, taking out several battalions. And actually, we do force the troops of Angmar back there. So that looks like it is going to be a victory for us. At first, it looked like they were going to take it, but these archers up top dealing a surprising amount of damage. As well as with Gothmog and Boromir out, it looks like the enemy does not want to engage this yet. As well as those sorcerers being low on tribute summons there, which they need to sacrifice a certain amount of their followers there in order to cast spells. Sort of morbid, but they're Angmar, right? So what are you going to do? Now the goblins here going for the mountain giants, going for the siege tech, the ranged, to hopefully deal with these archers from afar. The problem is we're pushing too far forward, and now they are going to be losing some of their mines out here, some of their income structures. Now Gothmog is going to be falling back a little bit. Boromir gets stuck out here in the center, but there's just not enough damage, I don't think, so he should be okay. Meanwhile, additional rangers have come out, and there goes down the Soul Freeze, I believe it's called. No, yeah, Well of Souls from Angmar, and that's going to pretty much decimate my troops. Those rights are temporary, however, they do multiply and multiply, and are very effective against any army that sort of maxes out like that. And now Boromir, left up here by himself, is going to try and run for it. May choose to run through the Fire Drake's lair here, which wouldn't be a bad choice considering that the Fire Drake does deal a lot of damage with Boromir. I would think should be able to make it through, at least to get away from these units. And yeah, he is going to be able to make it out of there. Meanwhile, back in the center, I have gone for a siege workshop myself, possibly going for catapults to help counter some of the ranged units of the goblins to the giants here.
I am no longer what I was.
And Angmar here pulling out Karsh as his hero of choice to deal with the Mordor and human heroes here. So it looks like we're kind of just sitting back right now, building up our forces, thinking about how we want to proceed, but the goblins and Angmar here being a little bit indecisive. They may want to attack here. They have such long-range units that they would have an advantage, I feel like. And Gothmog is going to move out here, try and save the watchtower, but he does lose that. And he must be careful. These mountain giants do cause him to fall over every time he gets hit, so he could be stuck out there for quite a while, which would be very detrimental to him. My archer's moving out here to try and save him now, but Gothmog will fall, and with that, any hopes of sort of reclaiming the middle here against these mountain giants. So with that, I am going to pause and go into part 2. Feel free to click up in the top right here somewhere. I will put a link to part 2 of the video, and we will see how this battle concludes.